welcome to another episode of Music Tips and Reviews with JG. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is a good one tonight. Shout out to Halftime Chat. I saw them do this ranking, and I said I should do this on my channel. The ranking. This is my favorite. Janet Jackson album, Control album. And yeah, I saw them do this ranking of the songs, and I was very interested in the show they did. So check out their channel as well, Halftime Chat. They did a ranking of songs on the Control album. Like I said, Control album is my favorite. Wasn't a real big fan of Rhythm Nation. Wasn't a huge fan of that album, but Control. I think Rhythm Nation was a little overrated to me, personally. But Control, I feel like it was very balanced as far as the sound is concerned. The story behind Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis working with Janet on this album is that Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis was fired from the Prince band. Because Prince didn't want them to produce outside of the group, outside of Prince's group. And so he fired them, and, they went on to do hits for SOS Band and so many others, Alexander O'Neal. And they ran across John McClain, which is, he was a head, I believe he was at A&M Records. And, they wanted to work with Janet Jackson, and the rest is history. And so, they started working with Janet Jackson, and, they made history together. This album came out, I believe, February 4th, 1986. This album came out. Legendary album. If you're tuning in, appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Yeah. So if you want to send a comment, you want to send a chat while we go through this album, feel free to send a chat. Feel free to send a comment, about this album. It'd be great for you to participate in this ranking of the songs. Again, appreciate y'all for tuning in. And so, yeah. 1986, this came out. Control, classic album. Her first two albums was okay, but I think Control was the album that really set her, as far as her solo, as far as a solo artist. And so again, appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like I said, feel free to send a chat. Also, so I can shout you out. Also, I got super chat. If you want to send a super chat during this live, that's also available as well. And so we're gonna get right into the ranking. We ain't gonna waste no time. So many songs on this album, so many singles came out of this album. Control, Let's Wait a While, Nasty, Pleasure Principle, What Have You Done for Me Lately, When I Think of You. So many singles came from this album. It's such a classic album. Funny How Time Flies was also a great song as well. And so not only this is a ranking, but it's a celebration of this album. Anytime I rank, or have these things, it's also a celebration, because this is a classic album, great body of work that Janet, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, Monty Moore, I believe, and Steve Weiss also produced on this album as well. And so we're going to get right into it. And so, I feel, like I said, so many great songs on this album. It's hard to, I can say it's hard to rank these songs on this album. But I'm going to start with number 9. I'm going to start from my least favorite to my favorite song on this album. This song, I feel like it was different from the rest of the album. I feel like this could have been a song that was on her earlier albums to me. Just the sound of it was completely different on this song. And I'm gonna go to the credits on this song as well, so I can make sure, I'm really giving credit to what's credit is due. Jammin' Lewis on this one, and Spencer Bernard. He Doesn't Know I'm Alive. I feel like that's number 9. I feel like it was disconnected from the album to me. Wasn't a real huge fan of this song. I usually, I usually skip this song sometimes. So, and this kind of is ranking from the song I most skip to the least skip, on this album, and that's how I would rank these songs on this album. Think the next song, number 8. Now, from 8 to 1, it's very difficult. But I can say I should put number 8. You Can Be Mine. I put that as number 8 on my list as far as the Control album. I feel like this sound was kind of like a Alexander O'Neal sound to me. I feel like, Alexander O'Neal could be, great on this song as well. The way the chorus sounds like something they would put, with Alexander O'Neal and Sherelle probably. And so, yeah, number 8, You Can Be Mine for number 8. Like I said, it sounds like, and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis and Jelly Bean Johnson did this song, You Can Be Mine. Number seven, and this, like I said, it's tough from 7 to 1, but yeah. So I'm gonna say, and I know a lot of people are gonna be like, why he put that at number 7? I'm not really a huge fan of this song. Not a really huge fan of this song, even though it's the name of the album. I never was a huge fan of this song. So number 7, I'm gonna put Control. Never been a huge fan of that song. So number 7, I feel it's the song Control. I just love the story of how they put this album together, how they got songs from, really hanging out with her, seeing how she is at the age she was at the time, taking her out, and really writing these songs about her life and what she was going through. She kind of wanted to separate herself from her father, Joe Jackson, during this time. And so she wanted control of, what she did. And she did choose Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis to really work with on this album. And so, yeah, Control. Never a huge fan of this song. But I'm going to put this at number 7 on this list of songs on the album. So, yeah, my number 7 is Control. Number 7 is Control. Again, send me a comment. Let me know what you think about this ranking. Let me know what you think. It'd be great to hear, what y'all think about what I have so far. So, number 9, He Doesn't Know I'm Alive. 8, You Can Be Mine. And number 7, Control. So that's my ranking so far. Like I said, send me a chat what you think about this ranking. Again, appreciate y'all for tuning in for this show. So number six. I love this song. I love the vibe of the song. I started liking this song later, like way later. And when I it's funny, I always hear this song when I go out to stores and stuff. I heard this song. They play this song in like the mall and stuff. And so I would have to say When I Think of You. I love the melody on this song. I love the horn hits as well. Love the video, very colorful video. And it seems like during this album, you know, she was up and down as far as her weight and stuff like that. As far as that, but yeah, number 6, When I Think of You. Number 6. Appreciate you, Jared, for the love. Appreciate you for the love impression. Appreciate you on Facebook. Again, appreciate y'all for being in here. So yeah, I put When I Think of You at number 6. So number 9 is He Doesn't Know I'm Alive. You Can Be Mine. You Can Be Not Mine. Number 8. Number 7, Control. Number 6, When I Think of You. So also, Jerry, if you want to hop on, you want to be a part of the show, feel free to hop on. Send the link in our group chat, YouTube group chat, if you want to join. But again, appreciate you for watching. So number 6, yeah. Number 9, He Doesn't Know I'm Alive. 8, You Can Be Mine. 7, Control. 6, When I Think of You. For this countdown. Number 5, I have to go with, and they had this song on Sister Act as well later on. What Have You Done For Me Lately? I think number 5 is that. What Have You Done For Me Lately? Love the song. I love the video as well. This originally was meant for a Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis album. You know, they was about to create an album in the 80s. And the, you know, the A&R of the label said that Janet needed one more song. And they played it for one of the A&Rs at A&M, and they liked the song and they wanted Janet to sing, you know, record to it. And Janet heard the beat, and she loved the song. She loved you know what the beat, you know, when she was in the studio. And yeah, number 5, What Have You Done For Me Lately? Not one of my favorite songs on the album, but it's definitely a staple of this album. You know, really a song, very memorable song on this album. You know, I love the song when I hear it, but it's not, you know, it's not one of my top favorite. So number 5, What Have You Done For Me Lately? Number 5. Again, just, you know, send a chat. Send a chat. If you want to, you know, have your input in this ranking. Number 9, He Doesn't Know I'm Alive. 8, You Can Be Mine. Number 7, Control. 6, When I Think of You. And number 5, What Have You Done For Me Lately? Number 5. So yeah, send a chat. Send a chat. Let me know you're in here. Let me know you're watching. I see some people in here. Yeah, thank y'all for watching. All right, number 4. Like I said, classic album. Very difficult to rank these songs. It's very difficult. I would have to say this is tough between these two songs. And it's crazy. I might have a ballot for number 1. Because the ballads on this album was incredible. The ballads on this album was incredible. Her vocals. So I might have a ballot for number 1. Number 4. This is tough. This is very tough. I'm gonna have to say. I have to say number 4 is Pleasure Principle. This is tough. Yeah, Pleasure Principle at number 4. Love the video. And I didn't know that Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis didn't produce this. I was like, wow, they didn't produce this song. But Monty Moore and Steve Weiss produced this song. Incredible song. I love the energy of this song. I put it number 3, but number 4 is Pleasure Principle. for its pleasure principle. Excuse me, a tongue twister. So yeah, that's my number 4. Like I said, number 1 might be a ballad. Number 1 might be a ballad. Number 1 might be a ballad. Again, appreciate y'all for being in here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Number three. Dude, this tough. Love, Let's Wait a While. I'm gonna have to put Let's Wait a While at number 3. Love that song, Let's Wait a While. Love the innocence of the song. Love the video. Believe the video is like black and white video. Just love the vibe of this song. Let's Wait a While. Very appropriate for her age at the time as well. Let's wait a while before we go too far. Love the lyrics to this song. Yeah, Let's Wait a While, number 3. That was tough. Number two. I'm gonna have to say number 2 is Nasty. Just love the signature sense on that song. The melody of the song, Nasty. I just love the vibe of that song. Yeah, number 2 is Nasty. I love that song. So yeah, number 2. So I'm gonna I'll do 9 through 2. Let you know what 9 through 2 was. Again, appreciate y'all for watching. He Doesn't Know I'm Alive. You Can Be Mine, number 8. Control, number 7. When I Think of You, number 6. What Have You Done For Me Lately, number 5. 4, Pleasure Principle, number 4. Let's Wait a While, number 3. Nasty, number 2. And I have to put number 1. I have to put Funny How Times Fly When You're Having Fun. Dope song, incredible ballad. Incredible ballad. And number 1, Funny How Times Flies. Incredible song. Just love the vibe of it. Just love how the album ended with this song. Just the chord changes. Just how she sung it. Just how the music really moved her vocals on this song was incredible. So yeah, I had to put a ballad at number 1. I feel the ballads on this album is just incredible ballads, incredible up tempos as well. But I feel the ballads on this album really carried this album to make it a classic. Like Let's Wait a While is classic as well. And so I'm gonna run through them again. He Doesn't Know That I'm Alive, number 9. You Can Be Mine, number 8. Control, number 7. When I Think of You, number 6. What Have You Done For Me Lately, number 5. Pleasure Principle, number 4. Let's Wait a While, number 3. Nasty, number 2. And Funny How Time Flies, number 1. So again, appreciate y'all for watching. Let me know. Send me a chat before I get off. Let me know what you think about this ranking. Let me know what you think about this ranking. Like I said, classic album. Soon I'm gonna do Mary J. Blige albums. I'm still studying and still listening to her albums, all her albums, her whole discography, because I don't want to rank anything wrong. I want to really listen to these albums. And so this is the ranking of Janet Jackson songs on Control album. Again, appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you want to support this channel, send a super thanks or Cash App $JGillsVA. Got on scrolling on the bottom of the screen. Again, appreciate y'all for tuning in. And please subscribe to my channel. Music tips and reviews with JG. And until next time, all right. Peace. Now I'm about to
What's
get
up?
off. I
Oh,
said peace and everything.
oh, oh,
But
oh,
good to see
that,
you. I'm about to get
that,
off. But
doing the
that,
work.
yeah, I'm gonna edit it out when I say it bye.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang, my bad.
Yeah. I said peace and everything. uh
Dang.
yeah. But I'm gonna bring it back up. I'm still live though. I'm still live.
All right. Can you hear me?
Uh yeah, yeah. I'm about to bring
Okay.
it back up. See. Oh yeah. So my ranking, let me see, let me bring it back up. So my ranking I did it's 9 songs on the album. Have
Yeah.
you heard Control album? Uh have you really
I'm gonna
heard
be
it?
honest with you. I heard I it's been a while, but I've heard I want to say most of the songs up there,
Yeah.
but it's been a minute though.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like the Janet album is the Control album is my favorite album out of
Okay.
hers. I feel the Janet album, that's one of my favorites as well. But I feel like
Yeah.
Control is a little better than that album. Uh so yeah, so and Rhythm Nation is good, but I feel like Janet, with Anytime, Any Place and those songs is classic as well.
What which one Michael Jackson was he inspired by, or he liked the album? I mean, I know he liked the album. Wasn't he inspired by one of those albums?
Yeah, Rhythm Nation album.
Okay,
And so he came
okay,
out with Dangerous a little after Rhythm Nation. I think
right,
he liked the
okay,
vibe of the album and the song called Black Cat. He loved that song on
yeah,
Rhythm
okay.
Nation album. And so yeah. But yeah, I had did a ranking 9 through 1. Uh and like you said, you're not really familiar with all the songs up here. But
I know her. I know most of her like
the
now her
singles.
singles and stuff.
Okay, okay. And wait, how you feel about when Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, said they wanted to take on Janet Jackson from the beginning? How you feel about the sound that they created? You know, as far
Man,
as history. Yeah,
I think it's timeless, man. I think they saw something in Janet where she now was not just Michael's sister, but she had her own name, though she still represented, you know what I'm saying, the family.
yeah,
But she had something she could bring. And one thing about Janet, she can also dance. So she's a performer. And
yeah.
because of that, you have your Sierras,
Hmm.
your Leahs, and things like that. So she really, I remember Brandy said, I want to sing like Whitney, but I want to perform like Janet, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so she definitely brought something to it, and then they brought something to it, an element too, because even her ballads and everything like that, she
mm,
definitely has that traditional R&B as
yeah,
well as up tempo.
yeah,
That is just timeless, man.
yeah,
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 and her voice is so angelic, man. It's like, and she could really sing too. That's the thing, she could really sing, but she got that soft, angelic voice.
yeah, yeah. And yeah, I feel like as far as vocally, she's not like the best vocally. Like
Right.
she had a good voice. I
Yeah.
think she's known for her studio recording, like her stacks and
Right.
like really
Yeah.
her soft tone. Like
Like,
she don't really have to sing, runs and stuff. It's just her tone
yeah.
that
Right.
yeah that
Right.
sets the song. Yeah,
Like you have, just like you have, like now Leah, she'll do some runs and stuff like that, but
yeah,
she has that soft tone.
yeah,
Sierra, um, you know, and sometimes that's just what you need because it blends in. Like the music, it was catered for her voice,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're
and a
right about
lot of
that.
times when you have timeless songs, um you're going to have those songs that they're just singing out. It doesn't require a lot of runs and stuff. It's just like, like Frank Sinatra, those people that just sung out the song,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
You're
and
right.
it's not, I love runs. Don't get me wrong. We all love runs and stuff like that. I just think that's just seasoning to the food.
Yeah.
Um, but she had that, she, what is it? Less is more type thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
But her performance was definitely the icing on the cake.
yeah. And like a
With her soft
yeah,
angelic voice.
yeah. And I mentioned the story how Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis met Janet. Uh, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, they got fired from Prince band because Prince, he didn't really want he really didn't want you know them to carry his sound to somebody else. And so
Mm,
what happened was they missed a show or something. It was
yeah.
snowing, and they came to the gig, and Prince said, "You're fired." From the show,
She
from the group. And
yeah.
so I think initially Jimmy Jam was fired, and so since
Okay.
Jimmy Jam was fired, Terry Lewis was like, "How in the world you gonna fire us?" And because they were working on "Just Be Good to Me" for SOS Band at the time, and so and that was a smash. And the engineer said like, "This is gonna be a smash. Y'all don't need Prince no more." And so they went on. They left. Prince, and they went to California, and they got Janet, and they went to Minneapolis, and they started. The rest is history. You know,
They
yeah,
work with
Alexander
Mint Condition,
O'Neill. Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
And now think about this. They work just like they work with Mint Condition. Mint Condition's already a band. So
yeah,
to have them work along with them and stuff like that,
yeah,
and Mint Conditions from Minnesota.
yeah, yeah, yep,
They're from where Prince is at. So they
yeah,
have the respect for Prince, but it's crazy how, like, you know, would they be who they are?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
If Prince didn't fire them.
yeah, yeah. Everything happened for a reason.
Everything happened for a reason. And I know
Yeah,
probably later on,
yeah,
they probably was like, thank you.
yeah. And Joe said, where y'all from? He asked Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. He said we from Minneapolis. And Joe Jackson said, don't make Janet sound like Prince. He didn't want them to sound like
That's what I
Prince.
meant.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
Minnesota. Is it Minneapolis, right? Yeah, Minnesota. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Minnesota. Yeah, it's
Yeah. Okay,
Minneapolis,
okay.
Minnesota. Yeah, yeah.
I,
So yeah.
look, it's been a minute. It's
Oh
been
yeah.
a while. But
You're
no, but
right.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
I mean, that's a powerful story, man. I mean, but it's like, Janet, and that's the thing about it. Like, that's why you have, like, you know, R. Kelly and people who say, you know what, I'm gonna take their song, Teddy
hmm
Riley, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna remix it.
yeah,
I Get So Lonely remixed
yeah,
it because they were paying ode to the fact that this song, like, these are timeless classics.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And like you said, I mean, her songs is just like songs we talked about. They have color to it. When you listen to what is it?
Let's wait a
Just Stay a
while.
While.
Yeah,
That, like, it sounds like a season.
yeah, like fall type.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like fall. Like,
yeah, yeah,
and I mean, that's how Babyface music is too.
yeah,
But
yeah,
it's just amazing, man. Yeah,
yeah,
Janet. Mm,
yeah. And I'm gonna go for to over my 9-1, my ranking.
okay.
Uh, 9. I said he doesn't know I'm alive. That
Okay.
was a pretty good song, but I felt like it's like something that was uh before Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis came in the picture. I feel like that was
Okay.
a sound. You Can Be Mine. That wasn't bad.
Okay.
Uh, Even though Control was the self-titled, the name of the album and the
Yeah.
song, I felt like Control was a good song, but it wasn't. It's not a song that really popped out for me
Okay.
personally. I feel it was a good song, but it wasn't like I go back. as far as skipping that song on the album. But I love the
And
video, and I love the story about the song as well.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
but it was one of those it was one of those things like because normally when you see like the title of the album and
yeah,
it's the song,
yeah.
that's like
The
technically supposed to be the best song.
the biggest song. Yeah, yeah,
Right, yeah.
yeah. It was a good song, but personally to me, like a lot of people
Yeah.
may disagree.
Right.
Uh, it was a story about her, kind of breaking away from her father because her
Okay.
father really managed her and trying to go on her own. That's when she went to
Yeah.
Minneapolis to work with them, and
Wow.
she really wanted to create a space of her own.
Right.
Being the first two albums was okay, but she was like, this is not who I am,
Yeah.
and so she kind
Right.
of broke away from them. On this
Yeah.
album. So that was kind of the story. They got Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, hanging out with her and
Yeah.
conversation. Like JD say, it's all about the conversation.
Yeah.
And that's how they came up with that song. Yeah,
That's amazing, man.
yeah,
So that base. So really, that really established her permanent name.
yeah. Her sound too. Yeah,
Yeah, her sound. Yeah, and her sound.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dang.
Seven Control 6. When I think of you, I like that song.
Okay.
When I think of you, baby. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I want to say I've heard it.
Yeah. They
Yeah, yeah,
play.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I heard it in the stores and stuff. Every time I go to the store, I hear that when I think of you.
That's
Uh,
that's a song you when you clean it up.
yeah, yeah, that exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Clean up.
That's you be bro. You have your bro. When I
Yeah.
so yeah, so that's number 6. Number 5. What have you done for me lately? That's not my number 5. I
Word.
feel that was a good song, but it's not as good as the other songs on the list.
Okay.
Uh, Classic song because they took it for Sister Act too. What
Oh,
have you
okay.
done for me? Yeah, and story behind that one, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, they was about to have a compilation album back then, but
Mm-hmm.
so many artists wanted their music, and so the A&R at Janet's label, they heard the music, and they
Yeah.
wanted it for Janet. So what have you done for me lately was my number 5 up
Word.
here. Number 4, Pleasure Principle. I love that
Mm.
song. I love the video
Mm.
as well. She was killing that. That was when she had the all black, and she was
Yeah.
she was dancing. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back to the throwback.
Yeah. Yeah, she was bad on that video.
Word.
Pleasure Principle. That's when she slimmed down again. Cause something about Janet, she'll slim and then she goes up
Yeah.
and down. Yeah. But
She was always like in shape.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's just crazy. Like sometimes you'll see her, she real slim, and then sometimes she's, kind
Yeah.
of thicker. Yeah.
Was she when she had because I know she had black hair, right? But when she
Yeah.
had brown hair,
Oh yeah,
like
Velvet Rope out.
late,
Janet
oh,
album. The
no
long cut.
red,
Oh yeah, Velvet Rope. Yeah.
no and it was curly.
Yeah.
She knew she was feeling herself, but
Yeah.
that was during the time. Wasn't that during the time when no, that after the magazine when
Uh
she was in,
that was Janet album, I think. Janet album.
yeah,
Yeah.
but did she didn't have the curly hair during the time when she took that picture.
Well, she had that curly brown hair during
Yeah,
the
curly
Janet
brown
album.
hair, but the
Yeah.
red, okay.
Yeah, the red
Yeah, I
is
remember the curly brown. Wow.
well, she was wild during that time too.
Yeah. That's one thing we had. That's we see we diving into the evolutions of Janet.
Oh yeah. All right, Janet, yeah, yeah. Cause you think every time you think of the albums, you think of how she looked. She always
Yeah.
switch her look, yeah. And that's an important thing about being an artist. You got to evolve so people, have a story to tell. Yeah,
I don't think Janet gets enough credit or she's very underrated when it comes down to her style.
Yeah, yeah,
Like how she dressed and how she did her hair and all that stuff. I think we overlooked that. We like because just like we'll say Prince, you know,
hmm
he had his style and everything like that. But you talking about Janet,
hmm
Janet has a style about her
yeah,
as well as her music
yeah. Like you
that it
said
all
earlier,
cultivates together. Yeah,
yeah, like you said earlier, Sierra. You know, a lot of them, give credit to Janet. You know, even Britney Spears and artists
oh
like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I wish she would come back, man.
yeah, yeah. Can I, even Max Martin that produced her. They really had that sound. When she
Yeah,
first came out. Like "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time." It really had that Janet feel to it. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hit me,
right.
baby, one more time.
It was like her songs was pop, but it had an R&B tone to it,
Yeah,
overtone.
and it's crazy. A lot of those songs Britney sung, uh, they was really inspired by TLC.
Mm,
If you listen to it, oh baby,
mm.
baby, I
Yeah.
wasn't
Oh,
supposed. Yep. He
see, I
he
did.
said, yeah.
Mm,
Max Martin said he listened to a lot of American R&B music, and he listened to TLC, and
wow.
he was inspired. A lot of those vocal expressions that she had. Yeah,
You know what, man? That's powerful. You say that because TLC they had their own style.
yeah, yeah.
That's why that album was it Mad Crazy Cool.
Oh
They
yeah,
had their own style,
crazy,
but they
sexy,
came
cool. Yeah,
together.
yeah, yeah.
But Babyface,
Uh-huh.
he knew the right production for their
Yeah,
style,
yeah, yeah, yeah. He knew he
and he
couldn't
probably
produce a whole
yeah
album. He knew he couldn't produce a whole album, so he
yeah
had to bring Dallas Austin and JD. To really have that youthful sound to it.
right
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
But I didn't think about that till just now.
yeah.
That
You
you're
never
right.
thought it. Yeah, yeah. It's a lot to
Bow,
that.
bow, bow. Who does that sometimes? Remember Kurt Franklin's choir would do that?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Like on Revolution album, New Nation.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You right
Or
about
or oh, what's the other one?
that. When I
Dang,
close my eyes, I think of you.
yeah.
Life
Yeah.
without
I
you.
never knew.
Better imagine my life without you. Paradise.
Jesus, you meant for me. You know, you made me have a hard time.
Oh,
But you
sorry.
did on Calvary.
Maybe want to love
Love you
more.
all. I never knew.
We get into
Dang.
Kurt Franklin.
Yo,
Yeah.
we gotta do it. We definitely gotta do a video of Kurt Franklin because
Oh yeah.
I know you probably already have already, but
Yeah, I did
that dude
Kurt
is a
Franklin
genius.
albums. Yeah. Yeah. I might
He's a genius.
yeah. Yeah, he is. Yeah. And
Because sometimes you know what I
he
was
never
thinking.
sung a lick to either.
No, like it is crazy. Now his old stuff, he used to sing a little bit.
Yeah, 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 he
He used
did.
to sing a little bit. Like one thing about him, he has that heart. Like he don't sing, but you get like he talks with his heart.
hmm
He
Yeah,
plays with his heart.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. He can
but
feel it.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
how he wants a song made, and I know he probably get people to have input on a song and stuff like that.
yeah,
He does allow people to give input on the song.
yeah,
But I know there's a certain way he wants a song to sing, how he plays the piano,
yeah, yeah. You're right about that.
and
Yeah.
like he'll say something, he'll say, "Hey, sing it like this" or something like that.
hmm Yeah, yeah. You're
So,
right
but
about.
yeah, that's
Yeah, he know how to
but
direct. Yeah,
dang,
yeah.
I
So
didn't think about that Britney Spears till you
yeah,
said
you
yeah.
still think about that.
That's a
You got
mind blown.
yeah, you
That's
gotta
a
go back. Yeah,
that's a true conspiracy.
and like Tony Braxton, Breathe Again was for TLC too. Breathe Again. If you think
Oh
about it
yeah, I
again,
heard about that.
yeah.
And, and
Anything.
then and then Monica had a song that was supposed to be for Tony.
Oh yeah, Before You Walk Out My Life. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But you know, just
I think L.A. Reid. It was like between L.A. Reid and Clive Davis. because
Yeah.
Clive Davis was with Monica, and she
Hmm.
wanted, yeah, he wanted her to have that song, but L.A. Reid was like, he was mad because So Shock and Carlin gave it to Monica. So
Yeah. I'm still thrown off because you remember you heard about SWV supposed to have been TLC.
I didn't know that. That's supposed to have been their
Yeah.
name. I didn't know that.
I forgot what the name stand for. I guess it's their name.
Okay, okay.
Because
I know.
Coco,
Yeah,
the other one
Coco,
start with a T. And
Lily, and Taj.
yeah.
Taj. Yeah,
So
Taj.
so it got a see, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what it was. It must have been like
Wow.
their initials.
Wow. I ain't think of that. Wow.
But when they found out that TLC, it was already
Yeah.
TLC, that's
Yeah.
why they said Sisters with Voice.
Oh, okay. I
Because they were
never
going
knew
to use
that.
their initials as their actual sister names.
Wow. Wow.
So they just said Sisters with Voice, yeah.
Wow. That's fun. They ain't switch around everywhere in the industry.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, like that's
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
but
And
it's but like I said,
mhm.
like when you get that kind of information and and then people just be inspired by certain
Yeah.
things, just like um something like 50 Cent when he heard it's getting hot in here
Oh
and he
yeah.
wrote On Fire for Lloyd.
Lloyd Banks. Yeah.
Yeah, not Floyd, but Lloyd.
Yeah, Lloyd Banks. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Yes.
I said Lloyd or oh, sorry, Lloyd.
Yeah. And that beat
And
was crazy too. That beat was crazy.
yeah.
Lloyd Banks. Yeah. So
So
yeah. My number 3 was Let's Wait a While. That was an amazing song.
man,
And I love
that's a
it that
holiday song.
yeah, and I love it like Jay Valentine said on R&B Money. He said it's not songs that's fit for like younger artists, you know.
Mm,
Let's Wait a While was very innocent, like an innocent sounding
yeah,
song. Yeah. Like let's wait a while before we, go too far.
right. Like
Yeah.
that is an innocent song.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's like
And I think we missing that sound these days, that innocence. Everybody want to get
yeah,
straight
nobody
to it.
yeah, nobody wants to. That's why I know we're gonna be doing a segment Sunday, but that's why
Mhm.
Music Socha had a song called "Take It There."
Yeah, yeah,
We don't have. He said you don't have to. We don't have to go all the way. He said just taking it there. And like you said, that innocence and stuff like that. Nobody don't want to wait.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right.
But
No doubt.
that was
Yeah.
the anticipation. That was the hey, let me think about this. Just
Mhm.
like a Christmas song, like "Honey, It's Cold Outside,"
Yeah, yeah,
and they're
yeah,
having a conversation, and
yeah,
one person's like,
yeah,
but in the hook,
yeah,
it's kind of like they've agreed that they're
yeah,
they're going. She's going to go in.
yeah. And I just love the bridge on this song too. Like we missing bridges as well.
We
Like
missing bridges.
yeah, it's like the why to the song. We missing the why. Yeah,
See, we're missing it because these songs tell a story.
yeah, yeah. It's like you want to
A
hear the
lot of
whole story.
songs,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. You want to hear the whole story. Yeah,
I mean, you have stories out there, but like you said, that bridge really lets you know um that it's a full story. I want to
yeah,
say
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's wait. And the chords too on that song. Yeah.
that's. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mhm.
That's a song that you ever listen to like an R&B song
Yeah,
and it's about love, but it is as at the same time it could be like a how can I put it? It could be therapeutic.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like you can be sad and you
yeah,
listen to a song like that and it'll lift your spirit. A
yeah,
R&B song that's talking about love and things like that, but it also
yeah.
lifts your spirit.
Yes, and that's another thing, and good thing you brought that up. I think we need, like I always say, we need bright music again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just too much mellow and dark music.
yeah. All these lo-fi types of.
Boom, boom, boom. Like, and I
Yeah,
understand it because you trying to like, because
yeah. What?
it's
Yeah.
you want
What
to have
happened?
that look like this.
Yeah. What happened to those songs where you got this summer song? You can just you think about cruising down the street with your top down, and what happened
Yeah,
to those songs? Yeah.
you remember like even like the song "Sensitivity."
Yeah. Oh yeah. Jimmy Jam.
Um, um, Tony Braxton, "You Mean the World to Me." "Love Should Have Brought You Home." It
Mm.
was, it was, it was. Those were
An-
still bright songs.
Another sad love song.
Yeah. Like they were sad, but it still gave you some hope because she was
Yeah.
still saying like it should have brought you home, and I still care.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You
We
know what I'm saying?
missing.
It ain't like, well,
Yeah.
love should
Yeah.
have brought you home, but you know what? Forget it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
It's like
like
it was a bad song. Man, not bad song. It was a sad songs, but the way they did it,
yeah,
it was bright at the same time.
it was
Yeah,
bright.
yeah,
It was a light at the end of the tunnel. It was angelic.
and it
We're
told a
missing
story.
that
Yeah,
because
yeah,
because see, when people came from the church and they sung R&B,
yeah,
like even the R&B songs, it could be a sad song, it could be a song about just whatever,
yeah,
but it still had some kind of light to it.
yeah, yeah. You're right. Yeah,
But
yeah,
see, the I think a
yeah.
lot of
So
times you got songs that try to be like
yeah,
a certain. There's nothing wrong with like the dark music. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not.
mm,
But at the same time, like it's that's all I hear most of the time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right.
We need some light. We
Hmm.
need some colorful music.
Hmm.
We need
Yeah,
some seasoned music.
yeah,
I miss the songs that when you would listen to it, you thought it was Christmas. You thought
yeah,
it was Thanksgiving. You
yeah,
thought it was fall.
yeah,
Like I can listen to that song that she did
yeah.
around the Christmas holidays.
And it's crazy. I did an experiment. I listened to the radio the other day, and I would listen to all the '90s music on the
Yeah.
radio, and I was like, "Does this song have the element of church in it?" And every older song, at '90s R&B song I heard has this church element, like call and
Uh-huh.
response,
Yeah.
vamps,
Yeah.
just the singer really emotionally getting into the song, the vulnerability of the song, like emotional, like you talking to God, you know.
I've always, believe it or not, I've for the most part, because when I play songs, and I know you get this too, where like sometimes people say, "Wow, this is too serious."
Yeah, yeah,
This, it's not. This is not. We're not talking about songs that are good and like, okay, yeah, they got that radio element, and that's just it. It's just
yeah,
a karaoke type song, which they're
yeah,
good too. But I'm
yeah,
talking about a song where you thought you was in church.
yeah, yeah.
You take a song like Glenn Jones, "I've Been Searching."
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
take Aaron Hall, "I Miss You."
Hmm.
You take Dave Hollister on "One Woman, One Man," "Can't Stay." You
Hmm.
take Blackstreet, "Before I Let You Go."
Yeah.
Songs like that
Yeah.
where you Faith Evans,
Hmm.
on Kelly Price.
Yeah. Yeah.
These were songs where it felt like you was talking to God,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it lets you know that, okay, you know what,
Mm.
church people, and people in church can still listen to secular music
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
it still has some kind of draw back to God.
Hmm.
Because if my love to God is sincere, then then how I treat my girl is gonna be sincere.
Yeah. Yeah.
If God can deal with me and forgive me, then me and my lady can work things out.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
That's why, I appreciate, people like Tank, Music Soul
Yeah.
Child, that they kept that church in there, even though they might do or taint like try to he don't do mainstream, but what I'm saying with
Yeah.
the times and stuff, he still keeps that element, that church.
Yeah.
Because he always talk about, people he
Jodeci.
grew up with. Like, he'll talk about Jodeci, but he listened to John P. Key, Fred Hammond, Commission.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But even Jodeci, it has that church element.
Yeah. Yeah.
112.
Yeah.
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 But
we're gonna get back to that conversation. I'm gonna do number 2 and number 1 on this one. And I'm
gonna leave at 9:25 because I gotta clock out.
Okay. Well, my number 2 is Nasty. That was dope. Nasty. The dun, 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 dun. Yeah. And funny. And number 1 was Funny How Time Flies. That was my number 1.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Word.
So we gonna have to do another video about R&B as well. That R&B conversation, how it, church really influenced 90s R&B. But
right.
Again, appreciate you for being up here.
Yeah, man. Like I said, sorry I was late, man. But I thank God I was able to still, join the show even for last minute.
I said peace to you out.
Oh, all right. Hey.
I said let me stay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm glad you didn't say, oh.
Yeah.
All right, man. Great show.
Have a good
one. All right, bro.
All right.
All right.
Peace.